Hey YouTubers, Fire here. So I'm actually using a different camera right now on my laptop, so if the quality looks kind of weird, sorry about that. It's really white, I know. Anyway, I'm doing the Supergirl review by myself because Raven wasn't feeling well and everything. So yeah. It is season 4, episode 8, Bunker Hill. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened in this episode. Let's see. Okay, so Nia finally tells Kara about her like visions that she has, and Brainy also knows about them because he knows about the future. And he's like, I can't tell you to Alex and Kara because it can mess up the space-time continuum. But if it's in the future, not necessarily, because that's dealing with past stuff. But it can still cause problems. Not saying that it can't, but yeah. Anyway, it was good because they needed her help, so yeah. And the identity of Agent Liberty was finally revealed. I mean, we already knew that Ben Lockwood was Agent Liberty, but I mean, to Manchester and to his wife and to everyone else, it was revealed that he was Agent Liberty. So, yeah. The things that I liked about the episode were Nia helping and, being able to use her abilities to help Kara and them with, what was happening. And also just, like, Kara's kick-ass stuff in getting out of that metal. I mean, that was pretty awesome. And I liked all the references to, like, the classic movies and stuff, like when the episode first starts, Nia's watching North by Northwest, which I was like, woohoo, that's so cool! So any, like, reference to old movies or anything like that makes me super happy. So, what else? Let's see. Just like Jean and Manchester, like he's, continuously trying to get in touch with him and, be like, okay, I feel your pain, I understand. And sorry. And now Supergirl is being dismissed because of everything that happened with Agent Liberty and Manchester. They don't want a war being started over Supergirl. They just want there to be peace. I mean, at least the president does. And he's like, country needs to come first and, all these things. And so he dismisses her. And so I'm wondering if she's just going to, like, stick to her reporting job for right now because she's been dismissed from the DEO. Probably, because she does still have that job. And she can't really be dismissed from that necessarily, and nobody knows that Supergirl is also working at Catco. I mean, the ones that do know her know that, but the rest of the world doesn't. So, she still has that. Oh my gosh, sorry. And, Nia works there too, so she can get help from her. Gosh, why am I blanking? Like, I literally just watched it. I understand Lydia, who Ben's wife, like, being on his side even after she found out that he was Agent Liberty. But at the same time, Kara saved her from falling when that balcony was going to fall. because Kara literally lifted the building off the ground to break out of the metal. And, you know, his wife was going to fall and Kara caught her. And I'm just like, she saved your life. Why are you supporting Liberty and yelling Liberty when he's being brought into the prison? I mean, I understand that she's going to support him because he's her husband. I mean, he's her husband. But also, she knows that Supergirl's not a bad person. And by supporting Liberty, she's supporting the hate against the aliens. Like, I know that she's loyal to her husband, and that's good, and I understand that. But she also needs to think about the fact that Supergirl helped her. And also, if my husband was involved in something like that, I probably would not support him. I would not support a cause that was against aliens like that, that was hateful towards them, and a hate group that started hate crimes and did all these things that were bad towards those people. Like, I understand the reasoning behind it and why he feels that way and why his family would feel that way because of what they've gone through. And maybe just one act of Kara or of Supergirl like helping her and saving her isn't enough for her to believe in aliens. But if it were me, even if like my husband was involved in a cause like that and supporting that, I don't think that I could. Just, you know, because of the type of person that I am, I wouldn't be able to support or be a part of something that supports hate towards other races, regardless of what has happened. And, you know, just any of that. I don't think that they should be killed or harmed or treated badly just because they're aliens. Like, you know, and that's just me being passionate about what I believe in and, you know, being a open-minded person. And I don't know. I understand why she does, but if I was in that position, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that kind of bothered me because I was like, why are you yelling Liberty? Supergirl saved your life. You would have died if she didn't catch you. But again, I understand why she's supporting him. I understand. I just don't support it. and don't like it. But I get it. I don't want it to seem like I don't get it, because I do. I'm just saying my opinion. But yeah, like... And I mean, I know Manchester just wants freaking Agent Liberty dead because of what he did to his fiance. I totally get that. And you know what? If I had that much vengeance in my heart and was that pissed off about it, I probably would try to do the same thing. But that's not going to get anybody anywhere. That's just going to spread more violence and cause more hate. And, you know, it's not going to solve anything. Like Kara said, you know, what is that going to make you? Like, what is that going to prove? I mean, you can't bring Fiona back, no matter how much you want to. And, you know, she wouldn't want you to do that because of her. Yes, it killed him inside. Yes, he loved her with every fiber of his being, and he wants to find the person who murdered his wife, or his fiance. I keep calling her wife, sorry. But killing him is only going to make him the bad guy. and he might end up getting killed himself because the people that support liberty are not going to be very kind in their leader dying at the hands of somebody that they killed, because of Fiona. So, yeah. Otherwise, this episode was just a lot about, Manchester and finding Agent Liberty, and just Supergirl and her cause and Mia and, them trying to get this solved because they needed to find Agent Liberty or, to help the president's numbers go back up. And even when they did, it still messed everything up and she was dismissed from the DEO. So, yeah. I did think it was a good episode. I'm glad that we finally get to see Mia be useful in that way and use her powers and abilities to help them in the DEO. Now that Supergirl's dismissed, I don't know how much she's still going to help them, but I'm sure that her and Brainy will still continue to work together and help each other, and they'll help Kara as much as they can, because like I said, she'll still have her job at CACO. So, okay. Let's talk about the ending. That last ending scene. John Wesley Shipp is back. He's wearing the Flash suit, and it's the OG original Flash suit with the little lightning bolts on the ears and everything. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. And then we see it say Earth 90, and all these people are dead, and he's crawling up this mountain trying to grab the book, and then we see this entity or figure head, I'm not sure exactly who he is, take it, and he's like, you failed or whatever. And he's like, why are you doing this? And he opens the book, and all this stuff comes out of it, and I'm assuming that is going to tie into the crossover next week. But the Supergirl part of the crossover is actually the last part. So, because it starts off with the Flash, and then Arrow, and then Supergirl. So, yeah. But that was so cool to see him dressed like that, and just be the OG Flash, because let's be real, he was the OG Flash in the 90s. For those of you who are big Flash fans, big comic book fans, I'm sure you know, even though it was only a season long, John Wesley Shipp was the original Barry Allen in the Flash TV show in the 1990s. And to see him wearing the suit that wasn't the exact same suit that he wore in the show back in the 90s, but it was close. It had more of the muscle look to it than his did, I believe. I'm not sure though. It was a couple years ago that I actually watched the pilot episode, and I only watched the pilot of the original. I haven't watched any other episodes because I was too into the newer one to watch the rest of it. But I do like seeing him as the Flash, and I love that he has a part on this Flash show as Barry's dad, and and then as Flash from the other Earth, and then now seeing him in the crossover. So it's really cool. So I'm assuming that this is going to tie into the Flash part of the crossover, obviously, because that's going to be the first part, and that airs on Sunday, which is going to be weird because Flash is on Tuesdays normally. But anyway, yeah. So that was super cool, and I'm sure when Raven watches this episode, she will have a lot of questions and a lot of things to say and be super excited, because I know that she will have a lot of thoughts about this episode. I know she will. Yeah. So, we will be live streaming the crossover, each night. So you will be getting a live stream from us on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. So yes. And then they are going to go off until January, but you will still have Legends and Black Lightning to look forward to from us, because those are going to be on an extra week after the crossover. So when the crossover is done, we'll still have the 2 shows, and then once those are done, then you probably won't see us until January. So yeah. But anyway, I really liked this episode. I thought that it was good, and I'm glad we got to see everything with Mia, and I'm glad there was a lot of things that happened, and I almost don't even know what to say about some of them. I mean, I pretty much said stuff, but Kara being released from the DEO is a big deal. And I really am curious to know how they're going to approach that, but because the crossover is next week, I don't know if this storyline is going to continue, or if we're going to have to wait until it comes back in the new year to find out. So, yeah. I don't know if that's all going to continue into the crossover, or just be a completely different storyline. I'm assuming it's a different storyline because it's, it's separate from the show itself, because the crossover is the Elseworlds thing. So, yeah, we're probably not going to find out until it comes back, which sucks, but yeah. So anyway, those are some of the things you have to look forward to, and you will see us tomorrow for Legends. I'm hoping that she'll feel better. She just had a headache and had a long day. But anyway, you will see us tomorrow for Legends and Tuesday for The Flash and Black Lightning. So until next time, love yourself and be happy.